Oh my god, he's shot back here! No! No!
Hey guys.
Hey man.
Hey.
What's up?
I don't know. I had a good weekend, good day. You guys?
You just had it. Yeah.
Yeah, you had a good one?
I had a good one. It was fun.
Do you
Genesis.
Yeah. No. You were.
We all hung out. We hung out.
I didn't hang out with you much.
Why you look like the villain from Robin Hood?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Farquaad?
No, Robin Hood.
No, King, no,
Farquaad.
Prince.
That's
What's his
Shrek.
name? He's the dude who gets the jewels sucked off his
Yeah, he
fingers.
gets the jewels sucked out of his fingers.
Yeah,
By who?
Your big
Yeah,
lion.
he's got no jewels
Your
on his
big lion.
fingers.
He's got
though.
no jewels left.
You look like you just
Because
came from
Lil
getting
John
sucked.
just sucked your fingies.
Oh, that's right.
I do look like
Man,
that guy.
you, bro.
Prince John.
You
Prince
took
John.
the wind out of my sails. I was
And
like,
you're his sheriff of Nottingham.
Wait, why am I the sheriff?
because you suck his fingers down.
I sucked him?
You sucked him good.
So I sucked him, then I was like, hey, you look like
Actually,
the guy
it's
just
'cause
sucked.
you're,
like hot
Because you're an
Cheeto.
enforcer. You got an enforcer's body.
No,
you know?
it's Aiden. Aiden sucked his fingers.
Whoa.
But if Nick
Why did
would
I
have
suck them?
lost to
I don't
Aiden
know.
in the tournament,
I see.
I'm like Prince John's snake.
yeah, that's
And
more
who
accurate.
am I? Do me.
As
Who's
the
like a
king,
side character we can
I have
give
not ingested this media. Someone must explain.
The Friar
It's a
Tuck.
joke.
Friar
You can be Friar Tuck.
What does he do?
He's
preaches the
I think he's a
He's-
drunkard.
he's a minister?
He's an old drunkard
Plant
in the
fire
woods.
type.
So I'm him.
Welcome back to the yard, everybody.
Welcome back to the 100th episode of The Yard.
We made it.
We made it.
We finally did it.
Wow, 3 digits.
And we're sad to announce this is our final episode. You can now go to the Patreon where all our future ones will be uploaded. We have a juicy premium,
Yep.
and all future episodes will be there.
Yeah, so we've decided to completely paywall every ounce of our content, even our Twitters.
Mm-hmm.
It's a locked feed, and then we screenshot them, and then we post them on the Patreon.
Mm-hmm. And
So-
we kill celebrities with guns
Yeah.
on our
but-
Patreon.
but-
And you pay for it.
We don't
What?
do that. We don't
we pick
do
a
that.
we spin a wheel.
Why?
We pick a random celebrity and we.
I thought about Nick's worst take before. This
Dr.
is in
Mario.
contention. What is it?
This is bad. Yeah, go ahead.
It's
Dr.
killing
Mario.
everybody over the age of 40.
Dr. Yeah, that was it.
No, that was fine.
No,
When
you
he
guys,
said that
you
out
guys see
loud,
that? Someone typed the Dr. Mario prompt into the GPT-2 bot and it made my exact argument.
No, it didn't.
It's true.
Wait, also, that's not a good thing.
It's just funny. I'm not saying it makes it right. I'm saying
yeah,
it's
that
funny.
is
I think
funny.
it makes it wrong. I've been reading this new AI thing where you can ask like a celebrity or like from the past a question and they'll answer it.
like what's his name? James Dean.
Yeah, you'd be like
Not the
James,
porn
and
star.
he'd be like, I love making rebel without a cause and riding motorcycles until I died. And so, but they would ask like people with like historically racist pasts or like anti-Semitic pasts, and it'd be like, Walt Disney, why were you anti-Semitic? And then the bot would default to being like, man, I'm sorry, I didn't believe those things.
Wow.
It's
They're
like,
woke washing the
That's
AI.
crazy.
yeah, they're like
No.
making them apologize for their anti-Semitism as opposed to being like, I was a fucking anti-Semite. What
Yeah,
you see?
dude, you need Walt Disney to this day would let that thing rang. Walt Disney would be an author by now.
This is probably a Family Guy
thing?
flashback if like we unfroze him and then he's just anti-Semitic out the cryo chamber.
yeah. I'm sure they've done this show literally 7
We
times.
unfreeze Walt Disney. He's like really into Kanye West. He's like, finally, there's fucking someone that sees the shit the way I see it.
This guy's got some problems of his own, but I'm into it. Well, if for those who are listening and you can't hear it in his voice, Nick is wearing a crown that he found.
You buy it?
And like a robe, like a kingly
Surely
robe.
you didn't buy it.
I did buy it.
Because Nick won the mogul
It's a
moves.
child's robe. They didn't
Oh,
have
we know.
They didn't have adult.
Yeah, we know.
We get it.
You don't
It's
fit.
small.
I am talking right now.
Doesn't look small on you.
I'm
about-
the king. So we play my rules on this episode. You may talk.
Sucks.
You may speak.
I am trying to run through the Rolodex of whoever won the bracket for the Mogul Moves gaming tournament at Genesis, who would be the least insufferable, the most sufferable. Wait,
Who would be the most insufferable? I thought it would have been me.
Him.
I think he's
If
taking
he
I
a
was
run
thinking
for
who
my
would be
money.
the best person to win, but the most
I think
insufferable.
the best person to win would be probably Yingo.
It's Yingling.
Because Yingling,
I thought about this a lot.
Yingling is the only person who I think doesn't talk about it at all afterwards.
Because he wouldn't care, because everyone who we beat would have been irrelevant to his overall goals in Melee.
Yeah.
And this is Nick's, no offense, peak.
Nick V.
This is
Nick.
Your peak is Graves. This is Nick's peak. My peak is Chillin' Dudes Mario.
Aiden, yet to be seen.
No, his peak is almost beating Kadoran.
I love it almost.
What about reverse 3-0 Joey Donuts?
No, because that was on the ASR modified rule set.
Your own bracket, man. It's your
And
own
that-
bracket.
yeah,
I
that
didn't
literally
make
isn't
the
correct.
bracket.
Also, do you want Joey Donuts to be the peak? I can give it to you right now. You
Joey Donuts
tell me
is
you want
good.
Joey Donuts.
Joey's
I'll
a
give it to
great
you.
player.
Yeah, I would
You want
take.
Joey
I would take
Donuts?
that.
You're saying this
He's no
like
Graves.
Joey is not good.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
I think
almost
he's
beating
better than
Kadoran's
Graves.
better than beating Joey Donuts.
I don't think that's true.
It reaches the layman more. You tell someone who doesn't know about Smash, you be Joey Donuts, they tune out.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
Yeah, wow.
But I
So his
say,
name's Joey Donuts.
I don't know. Kadoran doesn't do quite the same thing either. I think we're
Yeah,
all
that's fair.
We have a FGC has just had bad tags in general.
Little
All
two in
right, the
sauce.
non-melee players are gone. What do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, what's up?
We talk about whatever.
Dude, you lost a lot of money, huh?
Fuck,
You're
bro.
dumb as bricks.
I think I'm not dumb. I think I took a pretty good bet, but I got fucked, and it was plus EV. But sometimes, you know, the idiot that draws all the way to the river wins.
I'm just talking to Cutie today, and she's like, I'm trying to find Atroc's PayPal. I'm like, why? And she's like, well, I'm sending him all the money Slime won for Master Baker.
It's
I'm
not.
like, what?
It's not all of it. It's over half of it, which sucks.
And I've never seen Atroc respond faster. Because I was looking for it, and she's like, I'll message him. 2 seconds later.
Oh,
that
what a
pisses me
piece
off
of shit.
so
And you
much.
know what he follows up with? He follows up with PayPal, and then he goes, I bake a hell of a cake, don't I? And I was like,
Dude, I hate that guy. No, so yeah, I bet him a $500 straight bet on a match during Genesis Top 8, just one match. I lost that, and then I also had a bet for him for J-Mook to win the entire Top 8 over the field for a 4-1 $200 bet.
Yeah, you were betting
4 to
against
1
J-Mac.
Yeah,
was bold.
I think it was fine.
I think it's a reasonable bet. I think 3 to 1's more fair. I think I wouldn't have taken it
just
over
because
3.
he's already winner's side, I think it makes it a little tougher to do a 4 to 1.
But yeah, so I lost $1,300 at A-Drug.
Woo!
And I won $2K from Cutie's thing, so.
There you go.
Still up.
Hey, speaking of, we didn't talk about it.
Yeah, I won Master Baker.
Congrats to our
You won the
Master
entire
Baker.
thing?
Swap the
I
crowd
didn't
while
know
he
it either.
speaks his
I didn't know it
truth.
either.
Unfortunate that you guys aren't true dyed-in-the-wool slime Baker fans.
Well, everyone kept saying like, it's like people kept bringing up the competition and saying like, you see who won? And everyone's like, do you want me to spoil it? It was like it was a TV show. And
It
no
was.
one would spoil it. So
Everyone-
I never got spoiled because I didn't see it.
Everyone was hype on it. Like, I was reading the comments and shit. Also, like, I think over half of the people that came up to me at Genesis were congratulating me on that win. So I definitely had a pretty hot week, and then it all tumbled down on Sunday by being next to Atrioc.
That's tough.
What
Yeah.
was the number one thing you learned about baking?
Oh, God. I literally am seeing red thinking about Atrioc right now.
Okay, well, let me give some context. He cooled down. Master Baker was like a 5-man, 6-man baking competition. Every day someone gets eliminated. And Slime persisted, partially through fan vote. That saved him around.
Yeah.
And then through his own baking skills.
Could you always be saved by fan vote?
Not in the
last-
final 3.
Yeah.
But you could early on, and the fan votes were like a little bit wonky, and sometimes like they would save someone who had no risk of being eliminated. So like they saved Caroline twice. I think there was no chance she would have been
That was
eliminated.
insane that they saved Caroline. We were all puzzled about that, but yeah, it was fun. So yeah, every day someone got eliminated, and then I made it all the way to actually, as fun as it was, it destroyed my week because I was like, I surely won't make it to the end. I'll have time to like do stuff before Genesis and stuff. I was literally driving to work in a kitchen for a whole week. And then I would come home exhausted. And then I would just like lay on the floor
Like
and be
it's
like,
2009.
yeah, it was,
It wasn't 9 to 5.
yeah, it was crazy.
yeah,
Like
you
you're
had to
the
get there
lead
early?
and the bear, just keeping your family's kitchen together.
I was doing that a lot. I was cutting a fruit, like all cool looking, and had my tattoos out because I wanted to be that guy. So I made sure when I was on camera, I was doing that sometimes.
We should. Did we show your apron that you wore?
I don't think we showed it. If you
Zipper,
want,
can you find the apron? I think it's pretty funny.
there's like clips. Yeah, no, I think
Which
it's on
one?
my Twitter. I had 2 aprons. But yeah, a couple people guessed the apron that I was going to use in the comments of the yard app
Oh,
that I
really?
talked about it. Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 people guessed
Wow.
it, which is great. But then I had a secret one up my sleeve that,
Is that the micro penis one?
well, yeah. We're
so
gonna show it.
the
I
one-
don't
a little
know.
bit.
The
The
one
one people
podcast.
guess-
I don't know.
The one people guessed was an apron that said Bush at 9/11, which they probably guessed because of Streamer Awards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you did the atrioc has a micro penis, to which he rebutted because he was the judge on the final day. With
He got his shirts on pretty fast.
what does his shirt say?
It's on my Twitter zipper if you want to find it. So this is my atrioc as a micro penis apron that I wore on the first day, and then brought it back for the 6th day. And then he wore a shirt that said, "No matter what I pretend to say, I will be failing slime out of this contest." And yet it wasn't enough.
Yeah, you know what? One of those aprons was a lie.
That's right. One of those worded T-shirts was a lie. Also, my voice is fried, bro. I was screaming so much.
What do you scream for? Top 8?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
the top 8. Yeah, I was getting in
You're
there.
talking like an oil baron.
Yeah, I'm watching Deadwood. It's a show about cowboys and cocksuckers. And I fucking have
Yeah,
adopted.
he found a show where they talk like he does, and he's really into that. Like he's like, hey,
I don't talk like
he's like,
that.
hey, check this out. And he shows me like a 1-minute scene where they're like
Oh.
trying to get some strange.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, you just like that they talk like you.
So in this show, I remember it was on like 20 years ago. I was like too young to watch it, but it's an HBO show about like the West, and there's literally a scene in the same two lines of dialogue. They say "turned out," which means to make somebody into a working girl, like Eamon is, and also "strange" in the same context that I used it.
Is that where you got it from?
No, I just knew it was what you said. Sometimes
They
I'm
bit
just-
your shit.
Sometimes
bit
you're
my
looking.
shit.
Sometimes you're looking for strange
That's
Don't
what I'm
say
saying.
it like you
That's
are.
my guy.
You're not.
That's
I'm
my
out
goat.
here.
You're out here looking for strange
on the streets.
You're out here getting turned out on the streets.
looking for strange.
I
Yeah,
guess you are
goes
looking-
both
You
ways.
can't be wearing an Apple Watch and looking for strange. You can only be one of those guys. So you pick.
You're giving out strange looking for cash.
No, it helps you find the strange.
I
now.
mean, have you ever fucked for food? You ever fucked for a loaf of bread?
You ever had sleep for dinner, Aiden?
yeah, yeah.
He says, yeah. He's all sweaty and tired, and he just has a loaf of bread under his arm, walking back to his tent.
Yeah, I was
big
out
loaf.
fucking for
It was a
dinner. It's
big
actually a
loaf.
really nice time.
That's just the part of Les Miserables.
They were kind of sweet.
One of them was from Denmark. Pretty cool.
Dude, you were bummed about the tournament, huh?
Yeah,
That
I've
was
never
really
been more
interesting.
sad about Melee in my entire life.
That's so interesting.
I've been thinking about it nonstop. I've been dissecting why it upset me so much.
Have
I mean,
you-
not even upset. I wouldn't even say upset. I'm just sad.
I was hanging out with Aiden after, and he was so bummed. Like, literally, someone came up to me, one of the very few cringe interactions, which Aiden was front and center for, and it was really wild and weird, and it like basically told this guy to get the fuck out of my face. And then Aiden was just like dead face, just like, yeah, I don't know, that was weird.
It was weird.
And I was like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm really bummed about the tournament. And I was like, oh no.
He was
And
so bummed he left
I-
his Apple Watch behind.
I hugged him and I was like, it's okay, man. Do you know what happened to you?
Yeah. I think I know why I'm sad now. Like
Dash Dance Dare. I gotta say
I think
something.
the sets were fine. Like I think the Yingling set I was more frustrated by because I actually felt like I played pretty relaxed and like pretty good. Just like maybe a little late. Like game 1, I just messed something easy up at the end, and it's like a 3-stock comeback. And then the last game, my game-winning combo doesn't hit because of the transformation. Like literally.
Yeah.
So
Also,
I-
the one setup we play on
Yeah.
for stream has transformation.
So-
that is a Ludwig
And
tournament.
it's not like he
Why
played.
you
It's
set
not
it
like
up?
he didn't earn it or something. It was more just like I think playing good and then losing that way is more frustrating. Whereas on the next set, I felt really like lost, and it wasn't like oh, I fixed that thing and then I would have won.
So why did the king take you to the tattered edge of your emotions? What made you so sad about losing this tournament?
What about my rule? What about my reign?
dude,
I lost to Nick Allen. I don't have to feel bad about shit. I got a reality check way early.
Okay, I thought about that a lot after.
I got a reality check
I
way
thought
early.
about that the most after.
you're the
Actually.
only person in the world who has beaten Graves and lost to Nick Allen.
I literally said last Genesis you beat Zell, who's a good peach, and then you lost to
Wait,
Nick
I
Allen.
did?
I'm pretty
Zeta?
sure.
Zeta?
No, sorry, not Zell. Sorry, Zila.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't.
That's how you made it
Did
out.
I?
Isn't that how you made it out?
I
Or-
beat Paz. Yeah, I did
Oh.
beat a peach before Paz.
Or no, wait, no, I think I played Zila.
Oh.
But you've beaten him before, and you've beaten good peaches.
Just
Dude,
accidentally
that's
bring up
funny.
your own flex.
He did.
No, I
actually.
lost to Zila.
I did.
I don't flex. I don't want to talk about that.
I think I did beat a Peach and then played Paz.
My point is, Peach used to be your best matchup. You've beaten good Peaches constantly.
Nick Allen's GOAT.
Nick Allen's great.
Nick Allen's just
I don't know how
He's a 47-year-old
all around
man.
solid play.
Come on. He grinds Slippy every night after he's tucked
Is that
his
your
two
first
sweet
loss to
kids in
someone
bed.
with a kid?
No. Mango has a kid.
I've
No,
never
in
played
tournament.
Mango in
Never played
tournament.
Mango in tournament.
I don't know. That's a really good question. Look, yes, it is my first loss to someone who remembers a war between the worlds. Yes. But other than that, he played a fucking great game. I also teamed with XX Girlfriend, who has made our jingle and stuff and done a lot of cool work because they were like, hey, are you teaming at Genesis? Like, yeah, sure. Disappointed them for sure. They are so much better than Nick Allen, like an insane Peach player. So I don't know. I got humbled, but it was good because I got mad, got over it real quick. You were in the Genjutsu, and I want to hear about your Genjutsu.
I think it's because you, like the three of you collectively, I would say do not care very much anymore. Like you guys, you do care a lot, but you never play. And I think
you're right. No, I believe you're right.
And I think I care. I think I care a lot. And this last year specifically, I think I can see a lot of like notable progress for me. And like in the build up to this tournament, I'd like to have like nobody even like recognize that I think I could win it. It was like every single conversation is like nobody wanted to seed me one. Nobody, even though like I was like, dude, look at like results, wins, like rank. It's like on paper, it's like I definitely deserved it, and I will stand by that. And then
I put you in my top 3 every time.
You put me third though. It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like I think I have all these things going for me this year where I felt like really comfortable and confident about how I had improved. And I think throughout my like Melee journey and like building up to this like event in my head, no one said that I would win it. And like I'm the only person who like builds up expectations for myself and like believes that I can win it and believes that I can do well and that all like the work, it's not, I don't have like the most like structured practice regime, but I can see myself improving and like doing better. And like when I am relaxed and like playing well, I think I perform really well now. Like I'm starting to like get to a point where I'm proud of myself when I see how I play and like when I play my best. So like in this moment where I have all these expectations for myself to finally like prove myself and like and be, I think, like recognized, like not only to like the people around me, but like prove to myself in this like moment in time that we like probably will never have again.
No, don't say that.
That I don't think that it won't be the same if we do it again. That I am the best.
Why do you
or
say
I
that?
can be
Because
the
Nick
best.
will be using a scepter and have a cape and not entering.
I'm confused. What?
Don't
why you think
spoil
it
it.
won't happen again?
I've thought about this a lot. Don't spoil that part.
Or at least that's how it felt. Because like Nick is always talking about how he doesn't play anymore and he doesn't care. And
That's not. That's
So
part's
wait,
not
you
true.
can't take a crack because you can't take a crack at the king?
and I think like
second
even
part's
with
not true.
Yingling, there's like kind of this underlying idea that I will play Yingling again, like maybe next week, because Yingling plays. And it's like, but for Nick, it's like this is my one chance to like really prove it, because from here on out, like he's not going to play you're not going to play anymore. And I am going to like, and if I actually do get really good, then I have to do it like by beating like other people where it's like so blatantly true. And that's like a much longer journey that I think I've been thinking about a lot. My point being is like, I see myself, and I think it is demonstrated through the way that everybody talks about how I play Melee and what they expect of me, that like nobody believes in me except me in the context of Melee. So when I lost, I let myself down, and it's actually really hard to, I'm sorry.
You're all right, bud. I love you. I'm pro Eamon. I always hear barking that Eamon would win. But I think you want to take a minute.
I'm not like mad at anybody, you know?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
And I know it's really stupid because it's just like the company tournament. I think
it's more internal. I don't think it's about the company tournament. I think it's just like, I get it. This is, I mean, I don't know if you remember, I talked about the Orange County Arcadian. I was like the 3rd seed for that. and I got 13th, and I fucking cried. I was like, that's the saddest I've ever been. I totally understand how that feels.
This is a sweet thought, but you have a fucking dumb crown on. And you got to recognize
I
that.
can't do anything.
he's
I'm
right.
frozen in time.
I think it's the
I'm
same-
frozen in time. I
I
can't
think
do
it's the
anything.
When
same
you're the
thing.
king, you're the
I think
king.
it's the same thing. Like I lost, and I've never felt that way before, because I think so many of the things that like bug me about Melee, or that I get frustrated with myself about, I was like really trying to like work through and like be confident. And like I think the whole time while I played, it's like I used to give up a lot, and the whole time I believed in myself the whole time. So it's like all this tension, and then it just breaks and it's over, and you have no way to like redeem or like make up for it. And that's just hard.
Yeah, I think that you're thinking. I think you have a lot of valid points. I think you're thinking short term though, and I think this tournament's not your only chance to prove yourself. And I think like a good example is like, okay, Thanksgiving money match, me versus you. Like I'd bring that up, but the reason I bring that up is because I have no future and hope to improve and be better. So it's like, let me hold on to this one meme. And in this reality, which I don't know if is fully true, where Nick pivots from gaming because a lot of his self-worth is in gaming, and he moves it to other things to improve at them or whatever, and he doesn't game anymore. Like it doesn't matter that you don't get the win over Nick, because you will go on like 1, 2, 5 years down the road being better than all of us in this like unattainable way.
I think I appreciate that, and I thought about that a lot. I'm telling you, it's all I've thought about for like the last like 2 days, because I just like I was like, if I'm gonna feel like this, I think a big part of what made it hit so hard too is I've actually been enjoying playing more than I ever have in like the last month. I'm having like more fun playing the game than in like many years. And when I felt like this, I felt more sad than I ever have been playing ever. And I realized like if I need to, if I'm going to feel like this in this moment, then I need to try. Like I need to put way more effort into this thing that makes me feel this way. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Like I should quit if I am not willing to put in like the work and the effort to like improve this part of my life that is so important to me. And so I'm gonna try to do that. I'm not gonna like go full-time Melee or something like that. Like I don't want to be a professional player, but I think like there's no point in like half-assing something and like just like spamming ranked with no thought and like brute forcing improvement over like a long period of time if like that's gonna be my emotional attachment to the game. And try to enjoy like and try to like keep enjoying playing the game because I've been having so much fun. But anyway, I think that's like my synthesized version of like what's been swelling around in my head. I was really happy for Nick. I thought the way for people that watch the tournament, and you can go back and watch it, it's a fucking insane grand finals. It's like probably the coolest way it could have fucking ended. And I was really happy like for that. Like it's not that it was you know, I wasn't like mad at anybody. I think I was just really, really disappointed in myself, and I needed to spend a lot of time thinking about why I felt that way.
I think it's good that your outcome is I want to play more and take it more seriously. And I think that means in 2 years, you'll be at a place that none of us can reach because you care so much. And like for me and Slime, I think we just compartmentalize like, we haven't been playing much. It's all right.
It's so easy. It's so easy to be like, yeah, well, what can I say? I'm not what I used to be, and even what I used to be wasn't too good.
And it's like, hey, but what I did to Yan that one time in a dark alley,
it's all we had. That's all we got.
Right, that is. It actually is. And so it's like, but that also means we'll never reach a level of greatness where we can become like emotionally vulnerable about a win or a loss, because we'll never get those wins or losses because we've never put the time and love into it.
Yeah, that's also why like in my head it's always free game to like talk shit, because it's like it's like I'm a 5 zip guy at the bar and I'm like, yeah, fuck you, bro, fuck you.
They're all like
like
6'3".
Yeah, it's
they
like
full heads of hair.
Yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's
Hit
like-
the 5'0" guy?
It's like you're 5'8", 5'9", and you're like, fuck you, dude.
the fuck up.
you.
It's like, so I've always thought of it, it's like, yeah, if I make fun of Aiden, which I only do now because he plays Sheik, which I think is fair.
I stand by that.
Stand by that. That's also all we got. Is I when I do that, it's also saying I am the 5 zip guy making fun of someone who could absolutely clobber me. So what I say doesn't have any weight, and that's how I like rationalize being toxic sometimes, which isn't right. But that I'm explaining how that comes to be. Ludwig's a much nicer person, so it only comes out when he talks about the Nair rest, which is
I don't talk about it specifically. I don't bring that up specifically. I just bring up a 6-month period of time.
6 month period of time.
People bring up the 6 months where we entered World War One. I like a different time in history.
Can you imagine making that bet indefinitely, like forever? And then if I did become good, like 2 years from now, like if I'm fighting for top 64 at some major, and Ludwig's like, I'm still better than that guy.
That's what it is. But you don't understand. Me beating Graves is my that, right? Like no matter, I lost to Mikey at this tournament, but I always beat Graves because he played really bad one day, and it's like, and so I think
it's all losers mentality is the end game point though. Like I don't think me and Slime.
We're not doing good things by being the way we are.
And if Nick 8 months from now is like still holding the scepter and pointing to the mural, being like, "Yep, that's me. I did that," then he also will never, I think, continue to develop in a way that you seem to desire.
I think that was the thing I think I needed to I've been trying to think about and and I think I'm starting to let go of today is I think that it was this idea that like Nick is like this person who is like always outpacing me in games or competition, or like I always feel like Nick is just a little bit better than me at everything, at like everything we do.
This crown's getting
the knaves are talking,
and I think that's just like
the knaves think we don't get enough actually.
Hold on, I'm the king.
And the porridge is bland.
Yeah, we hate building fences. We hate it.
We like fence day. Fence day is fun.
Come taste my food before I eat it.
Yeah, wait, the food's good. You eat it all.
But and also I think Nick improves or gets good at things at like in a quick way, right? So when Nick like disengages from something and is no longer pursuing that anymore, like if you stop playing like Valorant, if you stop playing Melee, that like goal of beating you, because I think that's like for a long time I think the way I've like developed goals around me is like people within proximity of me to like push myself. The next step is always like some guy to lock onto who's a little better, and like Nick is just perpetually better than me at like what I feel like everything. So it's like I'm always like pushing myself, and not even in a bad way, but I'm like I think I'm pushing myself and like chasing that, and Melee is the most like dramatic example of that. So when you don't stop competing, or you have stopped competing, basically, there's no chance to like prove myself again. There's no second run at Goliath. It's just over.
But what you're not seeing is that when you're at a point where like your journey is not to beat Nick, it's just to be better, right?
No, I
once
agree.
You're at that spot,
I agree.
Like, you're not going to care, but you care right now.
I've been thinking about that. That's what I was thinking about. Is like, well, what would like beating Nick like actually mean if like my goal and like in the context of me enjoying this game in a more full way and want to like improve and feeling like even in the worst feeling ever on that day, wanting to sit back down and like keep playing with other people. I was like, okay, well, it doesn't really matter if I beat Nick or lost to Nick, because like 2 years from now, it has nothing to do with beating Nick. It has nothing to do with losing to Nick. It just has to do with like getting better at this thing that I love dumping time into. Squid, actually, I talked to Squid and Cactuar about it for a while at the after party too. And I think that really helped me like settle on like some ideas in my head. So we'll see if I actually like stick
I do wonder
it.
how you'll feel in a week. Because it's like everyone loves playing Melee a lot after they come back from Genesis.
I think you still will. I think that like because he did it like for the fucking past year, right? I mean,
it's like something right now. He is obviously very emotionally raw, and that will not persist. That this rawness, negative or positive, this will not be how you feel in the short future. And I want to see what that manifests into later on.
I think what's real though is that he's factually put hours in every day to Melee, and I think the goal for those hours has shifted, and so it's like making those hours more actionable. I think is not too big of a stretch.
Yeah, I think it's putting more effort into the process instead of spamming, because the process is becoming more fun to me. The process of breaking down something and becoming good at it when I was younger and like taking the time to structure that was never super enjoyable. And I think that's why I've always like brute forced progress in a lot of ways. So that's one I want to try. Be more conscientious of that.
I think I've had this with streaming, like the competitiveness against someone, and like trying to catch up to people. Because like I started and I was like a few hundred viewers, and there's like a lot of other people who started like same time, like Hassan, Miz started same time, and then they all like had some things.
Streaming at the same time as you?
Yeah, me, Hassan, and Miz, I think all started like within a year of each other, and then they started like popping off like much faster than me. I was a bit of a slower burn, and I could never catch up to like their average viewership. But it's like
Still can't.
I still can't. You are right. You know,
Don't you? You certainly have Miz beat now.
I mean, bro, he did as much as he could to help me out. Appreciate that, Miz. But you know, still some days, no, I don't. And I think that's like I realized like pretty early on that like this competitive mindset against them was like almost holding me back in a way, because it's like, well, shit, if my ceiling is them, they're not even the top dogs.
Yeah,
like, if that's what I'm shooting for, and I'm falling short of that, then I think maybe that's my issue. And so I think it's like the corny phrase, like shoot for the moon. It's like, okay, well, let me shoot above everything else, and then like not cap what my ceiling is to like who I think I like am having this in my head rivalry with.
Yeah, if I think about Levin's quote all the time. It's like all the people in a top 8 are not trying to get to top 8. They're just trying to get first.
Trying to win.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so in that way, it's.
Sunsei was talking about that at the after party too. He was talking about this shift in mentality he's had of balancing out this like confidence in being able to beat anyone versus the way he's handled losses for a long time. He said Sunsei is someone, for those who don't know, he's like 21st in the world right now at Melee, and he's been really good for a long time. And I think a lot of people around his level struggle because they'll hit that point, but then they'll never escape the like jail cell that is basically like rank 15 to 25. They can't like break into that top 10 echelon. And he was talking about balancing the being too accepting of losing to people you see as better than you is bad, even though like processing losses is good. But you also can't be too like brazenly confident and like angry and passionate going into every set, because that is like
you break your nose on the glass.
Yeah, exactly. And he's outlined like he basically goes into each tournament testing a different mindset, and he's like tweaking and progressing the way he thinks about other players as he goes to each event, and that's his approach.
I mean, he beat Leffen, so he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, and
he
also, when you were talking earlier about how no one believes in you, I think that for one, when you started making that comeback, everyone believed in you. And in general, everyone believes you're good. It's just that Yingo and Nick have like, I think they have more stars and stripes on them.
Re-listen to the pod. I said you had more stars and stripes than anyone.
In addition, if you beat Kadoran way back then, literally everything's different.
Yeah, that would have been bad. You know what? Kadoran sat down next to me recently, and we were talking about this set, and he was like, if you beat me that day, I think I would have quit Melee.
Wow.
Isn't that funny?
That would have been tight.
But if you beat Kadoran, just in general, it's like we're doing the meme seeding and Slack and stuff. It's like Aiden beat Kadoran, obviously like it changes the way we process everything. You can't talk shit to Aiden. You can't do this and that because like you have this like ancient secret like golden orb of power.
But then it becomes my version of the Graves thing, even though it's a
is.
bigger orb. Even though it's a bigger orb, I don't want the orb.
I just love looking.
Yeah.
I love looking.
It's
at
bad to
this
have the
parallel
orb.
universe where it's like you feel a different sort of shame than the one you're feeling now, which I would say is also misguided, because it's like you just have this weird expectation and you have to beat that. Yeah. That's why this game's fucking hard. Well, that's why competing's hard, like you were saying.
Shit. But I think this is also like the most beautiful moments in life that I love. So thanks for that. Is like when someone tries really hard and fails. Like I think the lamest thing is like Shroom Dewan, who's like, if you don't know, like a really good Melee player. But like his thing is like he'll show up to a tournament. He's like, I haven't played the game in like 4 months, and he'll like take 2 shots of vodka and he'll be like some good people, and he'll never have a chance of winning.
But he does beat people that you're like, holy shit, come on.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He still gets some wins, but I think that's so much lamer than like the coolest thing to me, which is like they've devoted their life to this. They're passionate about it, like an SFAT, or like an AMSA, and it's just like this is their blood, sweat, and tears. And if they lose, they're fucking crying, and if they win, it's like everything they've ever hoped for. I think it's so much cooler than like I just fucking showed up, I guess, today, which is like a lot of like, I think that was like what Mego pretended to be for a long time.
Yeah.
But like isn't. He's more of the
but
tryhard.
he's in the other category.
And you should watch Silver Spoon the anime.
Or Jiro Dreams of Sushi. There's so
man,
much media you should watch.
Not that. That's cringe.
What
That's
are you talking
Japanese
about?
shit.
I'm
It's
reading
lame.
the media I'm consuming right now, less than 0. I'm about
good.
a third of the way through.
He's
What is-
getting black pill.
What is that?
It's the book I gave him last fucking
I thought it was
episode.
from a racist.
It's a fucking sad book.
I know. Isn't
Next
it
up,
cool?
read 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel, and you'll be completed your
Hey,
red pill, black
inner
pill
game of
journey.
tennis.
In a game of tennis.
It'll help you with all of that melee stuff.
What about Ping Pong the animation?
Ping
What
Pong
about
the
that
animation.
one?
That's
Okay.
also a very similar storyline to what you're living in, though, because Pekka was the first and switched to the last. Anyway, we'll move on from that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think any closing thoughts from the king? You had
The king does need to
it was
close
in the
out
schedule.
the
I see 20-minute rant about how I won from the king.
I didn't write
so
that. You're making that up.
I read it out.
I
Oh,
I
it says,
put it
it says
down.
25.
Yeah,
20-minute.
Yeah, my bad.
20-minute uninterrupted speech.
So we
Victory
won't talk
speech.
for the next 25.
Yeah.
And I'll do a dope unwritten freestyle. Can someone just drop me
Zipper
a
start
fucking
beatboxing.
fly ass beat and I'll get some fucking rhymes going? No, I don't have any thoughts. I have thoughts we'll talk about after, but I'm happy that I talked about this in our Discord. I think that in my entire life competing in Melee, I think I've always been a player who is surprisingly good in friendlies and surprisingly terrible in tournament. And I think I've never figured that out. I've never figured out what to do to access the skill level I know I have inside of me, but cannot express in tournament. And I've always had different reasons that feel very real in the moment. Like I don't feel like I'm Johnning, even though they are Johns. My hands just feel fucking colder today than normal, and I can't warm them up. Or I can't I'm just literally every time I try wave dash, I'm just full hopping. I don't know why I'm not warm on today. And if I go play on this other CRT, I wave dash fine. On this one, I don't, and I don't know what it is. And I switch controllers, nothing changes. And I've never been able to access that level that when I sit down on a friendly setup, I just instantly play that way.
Chillin' Dude always said, just play it like it's a friendly.
Yes, and I've always tried to do that, but it's impossible to just do.
He says it's impossible.
It,
Through God and Chillin' Dude, nothing is impossible.
He also said, make that pussy stop talking.
so.
I'm not
So
Boston.
maybe he's our king.
Mm.
Maybe our king is false.
I knew it'd be another fly rhymer. But I feel like at this Genesis, even though my results weren't that crazy in the main tournament, I think I did that for the first time. I think I accessed my level I play in friendlies. And I think I'm rusty right now, but I think that I played the same I would have played if it was a friendly setup. And I don't know. I think the thing that was, I think it was just, I focused on the game the least I ever have. I think all my expectations faded away, and I was left with only like sitting down and playing. And I think that's impossible to access on purpose, but it happened, and I was able to obtain flow state for the first time, which I think is like what top players can do a lot of the time, which is really cool. And
What's funny is they still choke.
they still choke, but I'm just very jealous of people who are able to do that all the time, because I think it's the most fun I've ever had playing. Because I was like, oh, I can do it. Like I've always just thought I couldn't do it. I basically have always thought that I'm this player who has this skill but cannot express it in this setting. I just don't know how to do it. And I finally did it once. And even in tournaments where I like have it in a game, I lose the next set or whatever. I had it basically the entire time I played, except for Quang, who force-knocked me with DK.
Yeah.
And then beat Bobby Big
yeah,
Balls.
they beat Bobby Big Balls
Yeah.
with DK.
To prove that it's not
Bobby's
just
mad.
I was actually I think I played I was playing amazing versus Quang when he force-knocked me. if I can put it that way. I think I was playing.
Was he playing amazing?
I don't think I was fucking anything up, and I just couldn't hit him. I just
He
couldn't
didn't
hit him.
kill you off a
Regular
grab
needs to
really
watch
good.
some Quang VODs.
If he grabbed me, I died. That's all it was. I couldn't.
was
It was
crazy.
crazy. He's the best.
One of us in this room is the dumbest motherfucker alive.
Well, I'm a king, so it can't be me.
It could be.
It's probably not you. 'Cause
Some
you
kings
said that.
are dumb.
Not me.
It can't be me because I posited the question. You don't know what posit means.
You also eat wires. I would never do that.
So, no, Ludwig.
No, wait.
Be a... Oh,
Oh my god!
it sounds like bubble wrap popping.
What the hell?
Anyway, Brilliant has thousands of lessons.
Yeah, it's an ad.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy?
You're trapped in it now
Isn't
with
that
us.
crazy?
You're trapped in this smelly room with us in this ad.
Guys, you gotta figure out your life, and you can with Brilliant.org. Maybe you want to figure out some basic math or physics or time travel.
Maths. That's how you say it.
But we're not British.
And time travel, like you said.
Look, when you want to learn, it's not about sitting down and cramming. It's about a little bit every day. It makes a large impact in your life.
Unless
All right.
you're Ludwig.
Let's get 2 things out of the way. One, you go to brilliant.org/theyard. You get the first 200 people get 20% off. Wait,
There's 200 people that
so
go to
only-
this
so
link.
the
Off of
200
the
first-
annual premium subscription.
so the 201st gets nothing?
But
Brilliant.org.
if you're 201,
You're
you were
shit out of
slow
luck.
and stupid.
You didn't deserve it.
So think about that.
All right. I think we're all serfs. We're little peasants. So I think we should make our king do this. Apparently, we got logical fallacies. Tell us about this syllogistic logical phallus.
fallacies. Let's get it. Using only in the information given is the argument valid. All planes have wings, therefore all things with wings are planes. That is invalid. That is a fallacy.
Invalid.
No, but it's only the information given. So the argument is valid if the information is given.
It's invalid.
All
Your-
right.
okay, your answer is
Let
valid.
the king go.
Oh,
no.
All right, time is out. Another argument. All Bigfoots are monsters. All monsters are scary. Therefore, all Bigfoots are scary.
Valid.
Valid.
Bigfoot scary.
His feet are
Correct.
That's what Sora's
And
feet
he's got
looks like
beautiful
if he
big
takes
old-
off the shoes.
All bees are busy. No slow things are busy. Therefore, no slow things are bees. That's valid.
Valid.
Invalid.
Those look like spiders.
Valid.
Invalid.
What if they're spiders instead?
Valid.
Ooh, Ludwig's another dumb
Ludwig's
motherfucker.
out.
Me versus
Ludwig-
Aiden.
This is actually a big showdown.
No, don't read. Are you reading? You're reading. You're still reading.
Yeah, you told
It's
him
time trial. You have to read it, and then we'll answer first.
Look, I don't want this to be too serious because the last time you guys went to head,
It got weird. Ooh,
Yeah.
you're tasting.
I've put 10 years into brilliant.org. So.
All knights are brave. All skilled people have done practice. Therefore, some knights have done practice. Invalid.
Ooh, whoa.
That's what Yan looks
Lock
like
it in.
when he throws up.
Yes!
Wow.
I
Oh,
win. And I am
he
a
just wins
king.
'cause I-
And I am smarter.
It's actually
Slow.
crazy you got a night question at the end. Yeah. So anyway,
Wait,
guys.
wait. I'm having fun.
No,
No,
no
you
one
lose.
cares what you're having.
I'm
And I am the
lost,
king forever.
And it's over.
And it's me and you, and
he's
you'll
the
be my
king.
peasant now. and
Anyway,
I'll be
we're
your
going
king.
to continue to exist in this realm where we only do advertisements, and this multiverse version of us is going to continue to do brilliant things, so Aiden will get better. But you guys can too if you go to brilliant.org/theyard.
If you ever think about us doing this, we're doing it still
doing it now.
at this moment.
This version of us
Infinitely.
always
Eternally.
exists.
Yeah.
Eternally.
Forever.
and
I
this
will
is
do
also
forever.
happening.
No.
No. Fuck off. Fuck off. Just go to brilliant.org/theyard, dude.
It was so quiet and weak.
Oh, but it
Back to the
has,
episode.
it has a large stink. It's funny because I'm in the baby mode of your breakthrough because I played like I didn't give a shit and
Lost to Nick Allen.
I lost to Nick Allen.
Okay, don't give a shit that little.
But every he's the best peach player in the world. Nick Allen, ex-girlfriend, best peaches right now. And I was it was funny because in tournament I'm a classic choker. But in friendlies I find Ben SW now ever since Big House and we'll just sit and like grind Falco Dittos. And I was dude, I put him on a fucking milk
did
carton.
things he's never seen before.
Yeah, no, I'm
right.
ask about me.
yeah,
also,
for sure.
also Yan, I put Yan on milk cartons. I will come back with these stories of me being like a fucking golden warrior in friendlies, and then Nick Allen will just do and spin around in a circle, and I'm fucking dead. And it's really funny. So I was thinking about that a lot. But what did I want to say? Oh yeah. Speaking of friendlies, Zeke, a very good friend of ours, and Yan, who I hope you're acquainted with now from the tournament.
the player who beat me in winners.
Yeah, Yan plays Fox and Zeke plays Marth. Zeke didn't enter. He's on his losing is too painful. I will never play this game again. I watched him play against Yan on the setup right at the booth. Oh my god, it was fucked up.
Put him in a link was in.
Zeke made lasagna out of Yan.
Look, I know this is going to get back to Yan. I would do the same thing to you.
To Zeke?
To Yan.
To Yan?
To
Dude,
Yan.
Zeke's
You guys
Marth
all talking
showed me.
about dog and Yan.
No, Zeke's Marth showed me Fox's pussy. I saw it. I saw it for the first time. It was disgusting.
Wow. That's
The
hard.
second time I heard that from you. It's still funny. Me and Yam were walking down the street in San Jose, and he was a little bit tipsy. He wasn't drunk or anything. He was a little bit tipsy.
Oh, he's been
and when he was
spew.
walking, and he punches his fist. He goes, "Oh, I'm gonna dice Ludwig so bad right now." We weren't even talking about it. He was just so mad.
Everyone has their atrioc.
Dude, everyone in the company, this is the worst thing at the company is losing to Ludwig, actually.
It's
nobody wants to lose to Ludwig.
Look. I was talking about it in my interview after because Ludwig was like, "Why did you taunt?" I was talking about it, and I was like, "Well, I got fired up by Aiden said he was sure he was going to win. So when I won, I taunted because it felt good. But if I really analyze like who I was most scared to lose to, most wanted to beat, it was not Aiden. It wasn't even Yingling. I did not want to lose to Ludwig, and I did not want to lose to Atrioc. I didn't want to lose to either of those people.
Dude.
And if I made it out of the tournament without doing either of those things, I was like, I'm chill with whatever happens. I don't even have to get
Atrioc
fourth.
would never let it go. That's a
A dead ass. If I played atrioc in the bracket and I beat him and then still lost $1,300 the next day in top 8, I would have been happy.
Yeah.
I'd cleanly
You
take that trade.
Paid
any
the
day.
$1,300 for the win.
Yes.
I went the opposite direction on Sunday, by the way. I tried to repair my sadness by betting money.
Oh, cool.
That's actually the
won,
Aiden.
and
You already know it's a slime.
And I won $1,100 side betting.
Did you really?
No, it didn't work at all.
You went up?
But I went up $1,100.
Oh my
mean-
God.
Hey, that's a lot of fucking money.
Dude, I was betting on Plup versus H-Box. I think it was you were the first one. You were like $100.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let's do this. I was already down 500 from fucking Atrioc's bet. I take Nick's money. All of a sudden, I'm swarmed like fucking SpongeBob when he sells the colorful
You
patties.
just kept going doctor to
It
everyone.
was crazy. Everyone's like, 100. And I'm like,
People
well,
are coming to you like an ATM. They're
it's
like,
crazy. Like, well, I had a lot of trouble saying no. This one guy in front of us that we didn't know at all, he's like, do you want to bet $30? And I'm like, there's a high roller room only.
we
I was
never
like,
going to
alright.
another esports event. At every esports event attended from now on, we're hiring a bookie.
Yeah, we need a bookie.
We need
Like,
odds.
We need
Make
to
them
assign,
follow us.
assign somebody.
The bank of squid
They get 5%
back in action.
5?
of every bet.
No, that's stupid. I'll be the bookie. That's
Ludwig's a bookie.
great
I'm
deal.
bookie.
We just need a bookie.
Bookie fight.
That's a
It's a
great
market. It's a
deal.
market value.
Yeah, I mean, 5% is
Do
juicy.
a good job. Don't fuck up.
I mean, I have the bankroll. I'll bankroll
I have your
it.
bank account.
Do you still?
Yes,
That's sick.
I did something today for you.
Let me know how to log in sometime.
And so anyway, I take these bets. Even the $30 guy, I'm like, all right, it's okay, young son, come here.
I'll take your money, kid.
He came banging his metal cup on the bars, like, please. And guess who fucking won that set, brothers? Plup. So I actually lost only half of the money total because I won through one bet $730. Which
Shout out
is
to
really,
Plup.
really funny. Yeah, I believed no one else. Everyone was a Juan fan that set.
I missed that whole set because while I was watching, the sun was setting, and I was like, I want to catch sunset.
That is your thing.
I do love watching sunset. Yeah, maybe I run into Tungla. It's a vocal language, tonal, so you gotta go anyway.
I know that.
Yeah, well, you didn't say
You're
it like
like
you
a
did.
chimp.
Hey,
What?
the king commends your
King-
worldliness.
King likes what you do.
Cool.
King likes your
All
style.
right, that's dope.
Dude, we went
King.
to this pizza
So,
place
Yeah,
after.
love the crown.
It was like
Hold up.
What?
While I'm catching sunset, I race to catch it, and I'm gonna excited to watch Melee. I pull up, and I get there, and I go to pull out my phone. Fell out while riding the Vespa.
Back?
Never happened to me before.
Butter
no,
side
just
down?
totally lost. I don't know where it is.
No.
I was all the way there. The sunset's beautiful. It's picturesque. There's like 14 other cars lined up. We're all ready to watch it, and my phone's missing. And so I miss sunset. I miss losers finals. I race back to find it. I can't find it. It's in the middle of the road. Tire marks on it. Not a fucking scratch on her.
What?
Shout out Casetify.
Okay.
Casetify the goat.
This is not an ad, but
It's not.
They built this shit like
But
Cadillacs.
it worked. It worked, and I was so. It was in literally the middle of the road because I put it in lost mode and went ding 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 ding, and I eventually found it,
Oh wow.
and it was great, mint condition.
I'm glad for you.
I guess that kind of makes sense. Like big tire load of it, but I expect to crack.
I thought it would, but
Yeah.
it didn't. I was butter side down. I was like, it was a nerve wracking.
Put her side down in the middle of the road is different.
That's different.
Yeah.
we were at this pizza place and it was like 10 of us. and
Pizza
there-
Flora.
No.
No.
Bro,
Kukar
that's a
pizza?
vegan pizza spot, by the way.
It also wasn't the pizza
Yeah.
my heart spot, which
fire.
I should have went to. But it was fucking. They had this phone booth with a skeleton inside of it, and it's not Halloween, by the
you guys
way.
hear a beep? I'm sorry, am I crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is that?
I don't know.
Fuck if I know. The mild
Coming
beep.
from the other room?
It's an alarm like beep. I will say people kept putting the microphone right behind the CRT, and then it would
whine.
emanate the CRT high pitch noise, which I can't hear
Oh,
because my old boomer ass.
Damn, you can't hear that shit?
Mm-mm.
Come to think of it, I ain't heard it in a while.
You ever seen the gay clown? What is
bridge was open.
Did you watch that? Can you believe in the Vice Andrew Tate thing? Andrew
tries to
Tate
hit him with that?
runs it on him on
Yeah.
the Vice reporter, hits him with the gay clown bit
Yeah, the
in
Vice
like a
reporter's like,
Vice interview.
What?
Andrew Tate has molested several women, and he's like, "You ever see the gay clown that hides from gay people?"
Is that why Zoomers like him? Is because he does level 1 schoolyard bits?
Yeah,
And he's bringing it back.
That does make a good point. Like
Zoomers fucking
from
win
prison.
again.
I get it. Yeah.
that's it. I mean, you hit him with he does the behind the ear, they lose it.
Yeah.
There's a coin back
I
there.
wonder if there's a gay clown in the Romanian prison he's in.
You can't see him.
Shakedrizzle was drunk off his ass at Genesis, and I hit him with you dropped your pocket, and he looks down, and then he looks back up at me and stares at me, and tries for 10 minutes to convince me he did not look down. And I just watched him do it, and he's trying to convince me that I'm wrong.
I love Shake. No, we were at a pizza place, and there's a skeleton in the telephone booth, and we're all like riffing because we're waiting to sit down, and there's like a skeleton. We're all like trying to be the funniest person to all of our friends, and Shake is just like on his phone at the bench, and he looks over, he's like, "Let him do his thing, man." And that was the one that killed. And I was like, that was the day I fell in love with Shakedrizzle.
Really?
Yeah.
Just yesterday.
That was recent. Yeah, that was recent.
No, it was good vibes. I feel like hanging out with everyone who like works in our company, which is a meme like man-made thing, right? It's just it binds us, but it doesn't really because we'd hang out anyway. It made me feel really good because everyone's really nice.
Bind the map.
Bind what? King?
Teleport.
King.
You know who made my weekend was a V Money. The guy who I think Slime has shown before is getting dunked on by
Coney.
The opposite.
Coney.
Dunking
No,
on
no,
Coney.
he's dunking on
He's
Coney.
dunking on Coney. Poor Coney.
Yeah, we were playing Foursquare, and we had a roughly 50-person line for our game.
That doesn't sound fun.
It wasn't. When you lost, it was high stakes because when you lost, you sat in the line for
only
at
had one
least
ball.
5 minutes min.
And V Money was not playing, but he was standing next to the court, and every time someone would get out, he'd go, "That's a long line."
No, and then he'd be like,
long line.
"Well, it's not that long. Not that long." He's really drunk.
He's very drunk.
He's wearing his Eagles jersey. I sent you a video, Zipper, on Discord if you want to.
And after a while, like I think that he just said it so many times, and he was so drunk that you would just be like, "What do you think about Victor?" He's like, "Long line," and like he's not even looking at it. He's not even.
Dude.
And then after a while, he would be like, 9-minute wait. We checked.
Every time I got out, he's like, "Aiden, it's looking real long." And then the problem was, if you were mad at him, by the time the line is so long that by the time you get to the end of it, Victor is too far away from you to yell at him. Like there's no retort. You just have to eat.
It's a long
line and get in the back.
It was a long.
That's a long line.
He stood there and did that for
like 1
over an
a.m.
hour.
Yeah.
Over an hour. That's a long line.
He was also reffing, right? He was checking the balls.
He's reffing too?
So he was reffing.
I don't know
He
if I
was
trust that
looking
guy.
like his eyes were doing this.
He's terrible.
He was not
terrible.
I don't know
reffing.
if I trust him
I don't
around.
He's
think he
doing the
knows the
same
rules.
thing. He's not looking at the court. He's not looking at the line. He's still saying it's a long line. And then he just say, "Nah, that was it."
He was also
in.
he was behind Nick when Nick was playing his tournament set, and this is the Victor. Oh! Every time Nick would get a hit, and he's like, "I hope you can't hear me. You're gonna need bigger headphones." To the other guy.
That's rowdy.
Yeah, he was a little rowdy.
That's rowdy.
I would have been mad for sure.
The Eagles won. I think maybe that's where the drunkenness came from.
100%. Also,
Crushed.
V Money just being around, all of our friends. Like, it's just fun to go hang out with the friends that you used to hang out with like every week for 2 years.
Genesis is so fucking
It's
fun,
really
man.
based.
It's so fun. Go to melee tournaments. They're
Go
good.
to him. Fuck it. What else did I say about Victor? He's my goat. Oh, boop. I forget.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
I want everyone to go around. What was your favorite part of Genesis, your middle part of Genesis, and your worst part of Genesis?
Favorite winning the tournament, middle losing to Yan.
Middle?
I actually, you know what? I thought about it. Me and Yingling talked about it. I think that was ideal.
for the.
I think losing because Yan is the player I am most happy to lose to because he'll never hold it over me.
He's a very good boy.
He's very humble.
Only when he gets drunk and
and I
spews.
respect him as a gamer. So it's the perfect loss.
He was an amateur CSGO
and then
player.
for my narrative, it's perfect because I had to go from losers round 2, which gives me the best story. So it was ideal. Yingling actually said something very sweet to me after he came out. After the match, he said, like, I think that was best case scenario,
Aw,
which was very sweet
Ingo.
because he recognized the
Ingo Bears.
arc. Yeah, I think number 1 was win the tournament, and then middle was just seeing like everyone. Just good to see people, but I feel like I didn't hang out with enough people.
Middle means it wasn't good or it wasn't bad. It's a meme part of the question.
I was kind of asking. I was adding just like I didn't get to do enough of it, but it was nice. I'm
Okay.
glad, and it's a baseline. You do it at Genesis, so that was nice. Worst, all the pukes in San Jose. It's like Mario Brothers.
It's because there's a bunch of
didn't see the
clubs next to the
pukes.
convention
Dude,
center.
they have a puke every 3 like steps in San Jose.
I didn't
Why
see
does
this
Mario Brothers have puke?
because you have to jump over
You
stuff.
gotta jump over stuff.
Oh,
And Goombas are canonically made of
like a
Luigi's
vomit.
puke.
poison
Yeah.
well.
Luigi has an oxycodone addiction.
He's like Poseidon, but with puke.
No,
Because
that's
Poseidon
puke.
came out of the
Poseidon.
ocean and Aphrodite came out.
yeah, and she left his house because he was vomiting so much.
Yeah, okay, all right. This is different than where I thought it was going.
This is Greek lore, idiot.
This is everybody knows this.
Do you
Yeah,
not know
that was
this?
gross. I just hated seeing all the puke. It was gross.
Oh, you do hate puke. I forgot.
Yeah.
It affects them differently.
What about to you? What about to
man?
you?
What'd
The
you love?
best part. I didn't really think about this.
You asked the question.
Okay, Ludwig.
Next.
I thought dinner was great. I think I have founded a great company with a lot of great employees, great vibes. It was fun to hang out.
You said the nicest thing you've ever said to us ever.
And then I said didn't ask in reply to keep him humble.
I didn't read the replies, so it doesn't matter to me.
You should read Slack more.
And
It's so
Wait,
important.
what was the nicest thing you ever said? That
He
just
doesn't
now?
read Slack either.
No. In general, he typed a really. You should read it.
after I left,
He
because
didn't read it.
a lot of the company of Mogul Moves was at Genesis. Everyone, maybe?
It was everyone.
Was everyone? Everyone? I
Not
think everyone was
Otto.
there.
Except
Not Otto.
a couple people.
Except, yeah, a couple people. Almost everyone was there. And then after we had a company dinner that almost everyone was at, and I had left, and it was good vibes. And I just wrote a nice message in the company Slack saying it was good vibes.
I didn't believe him.
You didn't believe it was good vibes, or you didn't believe he meant what he said.
That he meant what he said. I got ops.
You have ops.
I got ops.
You
do you-
have.
You have opposition. Is he Ludwig? Is Ludwig your op?
Wait,
Is he the op?
so you're an op because you have ops.
Could be.
That's not good.
Didn't say it was.
Vibes are off now.
Vibes dead. The king decrees. Actually,
Worst part, had to travel for it.
What's the middle part?
Middle part, the tournament itself.
Yeah.
like Genesis.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes
I thought
sense.
Genesis was high.
No. Excuse me. Like the Mogul Moves tournament.
Oh,
Well, it was mid?
Yeah, I think the end was hype,
Sure.
but it was just like
That's all that counts, really.
for like if I have to do like one thing at Genesis, I think that was better for the people involved than it was for like the people online.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about that a little bit. That's all
But
right.
I don't think it's bad.
I think we could have done more. Not with our timeline, but I think we could have done more to spruce up the narratives between players. That we could have like added storyline and graphics and kind of like Mario Party League.
Yeah,
we
that
could have
would've
made it
been
a little
cool.
more, less like a regular tournament.
Easier to engage with
Sure.
if you weren't like a
Plays like a
standard
light
fan
regular
already.
tournament for the players, but for the spectators, it's like more of a. But at the end of the day, you're just streaming Melee, and we're all low level players, so it's like whatever.
The best part of my time was being next to Cave Lemon for top 8, who I think might be the funniest person I've ever met. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I saw you fantasize about all of us dying in
Yeah.
your new podcast.
What's up with it? Yeah.
And you had
yeah, if
Atrioc
my
on it who
3
you don't
friends
like.
I
love
suffer
Atrioc.
I missed this.
and
You love
die.
Atrioc? What happened?
No, so my tweet was, if you guys get ransomed and end up dead in Juarez, buried by the highway,
Yeah.
the new podcast lineup, if this doesn't happen to me, is me, Cave Lemon, Atrioc, and Adam Ragusia.
Adam wouldn't fuck with you.
Yes, he would.
Nah.
What would Adam is?
You're
who-
so cringe.
Who is Adam
I'm not
Ragusia
cringe.
in your podcast? What's his role?
Podcaster.
That's fair. That's
That was
fair.
like a
I
gimme.
got
I don't know
nothing
how
for
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I got nothing for that.
Yeah, down in Mecca we have Genesis.
Now, down in Macon, we have Genesis 9. Now, it's different from the one in San Jose, but that's all
Are
right.
you still watching
No, I don't.
I haven't watched him in years.
I haven't either. Well, I don't cook, so I only watch it for the novelty
Been
and,
new.
I've been
and
new.
how much I
You saw
like
your
him.
wrist, Nick Allen.
And
Zero cooking.
Oh,
I was actually so sad that set wasn't on stream. I wanted
if
That's
it was
good for
on
him.
stream, I might have won. I think I needed. There were a couple things going on that made me
You
feel
think more
nervous
stakes would make it better.
for that match in particular. Yeah, I think I would have felt the burn and the heat of losing to Nick Allen, and it would have lit a fire under me.
Oh.
Sometimes that's what I need.
I played Nick Allen. He checked out. Fucking stock one.
There you go.
It was just. I was like, I have to get rid of the Peach lives so we can both leave because he was talking to the commentators while we were playing because he was so tilted and tuned off. I think because it was Peach Puff.
Yeah, it wasn't fun for him. That's what you do to people.
To be clear, I sat down at a setup with him and I hover Fox and then he goes Peach and I'm like, you got a secondary? Like, and he's like, no. I'm like, I don't know what you want from me then.
The character specialist,
Yeah.
you know.
I
He
don't
doesn't
want
got a lot of time.
I don't want him to spin my fucking Fox up.
Wow, so you're afraid?
No, I just know that I don't
crazy?
know how to deal with it as
Am I
Fox.
crazy? I feel. Oh, okay. I guess. I feel like you beat him with Fox. Am I crazy?
No,
It's just hard.
not Nick Allen.
It's just hard.
I think you
Okay.
just-
Not
Yeah,
my
you-
goat.
I do love doing this. This is what I do to Atrioc. Anytime he beats me at something, I'm like, yeah, Atrioc's the fastest man alive. Because he beat me in one foot race 5 years ago. And now I'll just tell stream, I'll be like, yeah, he's the fastest guy I've ever seen.
Second is me.
He does the same thing with me on League of Legends with Swain. He's like, yeah, Ludwig's the best Swain I've ever seen.
Hey,
A prodigy.
Atrioc, you know, Atrioc told me after the tournament. He said, I respect you more as a man and a person now,
For winning the tournament?
for just because I won.
Yeah, that's his value system.
I realized it opened my eyes to everything about him.
Also-
He was nicer to me.
That's really funny. Also, he entered the tournament and he was pissed at Ludwig and Stans for not entering Genesis. He's like, yeah, I'm the only fucking gamer. And I'm like, now I respect you more.
He is a gamer.
And I like that. I like that about Atrioc.
Atrioc has also secretly gotten better at Melee.
he has
Yeah.
quietly.
Quietly gotten better.
Wait, what do you mean quietly? He's played like 250 games of Slippy.
I just
though.
mean that like he's
And
not,
he has a Smurf that he's played another 100
I'm just saying
on.
that
Haven't
Atrioc
heard
isn't
it.
talking about getting better. He's just has gotten a little better.
That is the part that matters, is when you say I'm on that improvement grind.
Stans, however, I turned into the Call of Duty 4 campaign mission, where you put the Barrack cowl on his face.
Oh, I thought
and
you were-
get the wind from the flag.
I thought you made him into no Russian. But it's all stanzas.
Those were his stocks.
Yeah.
And 40,000 stanzas he used to live here.
Yeah, I mean, I made light work of stands, and that was bad for his stock. But you know, he's not trying to be plup anymore, so it's okay.
No.
What was I gonna fucking say, bro?
You're
I
all over
forget.
the place
I
right
am
now,
all over
bro.
the place.
No one asked. What's your high and
You're
low?
right. one asked.
My low, definitely losing the tournament.
No.
That's fine. Productive.
Fair.
Middle would be winning money in the top 8 because
Wow.
because it felt good to win the money, but it
It's
didn't
numb money.
But it didn't fix
It didn't
what
fix,
I
it didn't
needed.
fix your pain.
What's worse, the pain or the hangover?
Hangover's not that bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It wasn't too nuts.
What was the best part of your Genesis?
And then best part of Genesis was probably that the one combo that J-Mook hit on Moki.
Oh
the
my
one
God.
combo.
Okay, wait. It was
Stadium?
good. Yeah. But people were saying it was like God's gift to goddamn Sheik. It was like, I've seen Connor the Kid
Yeah.
do shit like this with fucking half his
Yeah,
eyes
but not to
open.
Moki.
Yeah, but not to Moki in Genesis Grand Finals. To some schmuck.
Maybe I'm a hater.
You are
Yeah,
being
you just hate
an
Pete.
insane
You just hate
hater right
Sheik.
now.
I like Sheik. I think that
That you
Huh?
don't.
No, I
You
like J-Mook
don't.
Sheik. I like J-Mook Sheik and I like Connor Sheik and I like Plup Sheik. But that one didn't stir
You don't
my
like
soul.
Sheik, by the way, if you say that.
Huh?
You don't like Sheik if you say that.
Well, then
That's
I
like
like
how
I'll
old
change
racist
my
guys
answer.
talk.
I'll change my answer then. I like those Sheiks.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, let me rattle a few off that are all
How
right.
old racist guys talk.
Hey, my driver. My governor.
Uh-huh. No, they're them all right.
No,
Right?
look, those are the Sheiks I like.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't like Sheik.
So the combo was
What's
the
your
best
high
part.
low? What's your high low, bud?
He did.
I did high. It was hanging out with Cave Lemon because he just has the exact same sense of humor as me, but better. So I'm like, okay, that's based. The middle part was the pizza place we ate at. Everyone got tummy aches.
Yeah.
Wait, you did?
I
Should have
got
gone to Flora.
I got bubby guts, dude.
The low part, there was a really weird thing that happened. We were walking from the. I was walking alone. It was me walking to the hotel to Guild House. this crazy guy is on the train platform just screaming at people. He was like, ah! Ah! And I was
that's
like,
just what you do.
no, I don't do that to random people alone. All right. Like I'm stationed somewhere. And I was like, okay, well, this is going to be awkward when I walk by this person. But instead, he didn't do that to me. Instead, to me, he said, they pay a lot to fuck little girls, don't they? And I was like, all right, I'm not looking at this guy. Fucking that's it was insane.
Wow. Complicit with your silence.
Yeah, so what bad happened?
It was insane. I was like, damn, that guy is crazy.
There's that coffee shop in San Jose next to the venue, Nirvana Soul, and they have like live music and stuff. And me and Mike went, and there was someone doing spoken word, and it was a surreal experience, just like ordering coffee, and there's a guy doing spoken word behind you, and it was like shitty spoken word.
So Hobo Johnson was at the coffee shop.
Basically, there was a Hobo Johnson set going on.
I got a Subaru Crosstrek.
and it was like his cadence was also kind of like when people parody spoken word, where it's like, I feel you deep inside, and that is what I am, but I am what you are, and we are together. And I'm like, can I get a fucking espresso, please? I remember that. Actually, that's my new low moment.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Ordering
Sucked.
espresso.
Yeah.
When Hobo Johnson came to the coffee shop.
And I leaned over to Mike, because me and Mike just like love talking about battle rap as like a meme. And I remember I leaned over to Mike and I was like, I wish so badly this was happening, but we were in a Discord call listening to it instead of here.
That is so adorable.
It's so much more lame to hate on it here
Yeah.
than it is to like just be in private and hate on
Instead,
it.
just watching a YouTube video together.
They have that at SFO, or at least during Christmas break when I flew in. There was just bands, and it was like every hour it'd be a different band. But it's like at the as you walk by the gates, it's like what a weird place to perform.
Oh yeah,
You're just walking to your gate, and then for like the 8 seconds it takes to cross, there's a band there, but like nobody's going specific. And it has like who's performing in the next coming days. It's like no one's coming here. You have to get an airline ticket to get through.
The same thing happened in Austin when we went for the mountain shoot.
Yeah.
In the Austin airport, there was just a live show. And I'm like, who's gigging at the airport?
Yeah.
This is
All right,
weird.
guys, if you get a Southwest flight, it's only like $29 to Arizona. You don't have to board.
Yeah. You can hang out all day, even if you miss your flight.
You can just chill there. They have like an open restroom.
We got
super chill.
$15 McDoubles.
You go to the Amex. They have like a lounge, free coffee.
It was weird. I thought about it for a long time after we passed that country band.
Anyway, we should do our first live yard episode there at an airport.
LAX.
And everyone has to get a flight.
At the LAX United
And
Terminal.
then we all fly 4 separate directions and never talk again.
Wait, we'll do it at rush hour LAX if you're driving in.
Yeah.
So only the real fans show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if they're a super fan, they'll walk up that ramp like I fucking did.
And the date will be publicized on one Sweet James billboard. We won't say which one.
Yeah, you just have to drive around different freeways in SoCal.
One of them will have the date.
This is our cicada challenge.
As a king, I have my first decree.
The king has a decree, other peasant.
Aiden will be banished. Archie, make him poof. You know what to do. Aiden's gone now.
He's banished.
Aiden died, but what didn't die are the lines at grocery stores. Yuck.
Come on, king.
waiting in a line?
I don't want to look at the People magazine about Matt Damon. I want to get delicious meal delivered farm fresh pre-portioned at my door.
I wish Matt Damon was dead.
And that's why you guys can check out HelloFresh's Festive Fare Collection, which features seasonal produce and proteins. They got over 35 recipes.
His time has come. And I'm saying it right now.
We can't do the Matt Damon bit. We can't do the Matt Damon. There's no way we can say that.
We can get away with Matt Damon dying.
Right here, right now, I'm saying that
No, you can't be in this one. You're dead for this one.
Yeah, we cut you out.
he's lorded over us for too long.
You think it'd be
Can
hard?
I ask you, how easy is it for you?
For me?
For you, how easy is it?
Oh, it's so easy. There's no cups, there's no tablespoons or dumb
It's
like
easier,
that.
it's easier than building fences, I'll tell you that much.
I don't want to build a fence. I'm a peasant.
And I'm tired of eating porridge. I would love some falafel power bowls, seared steak and potatoes with béarnaise sauce, or Southwest pork and bean burritos.
I'd eat pork and beans all night.
That's right, you would. And you guys can too.
No,
if you
no,
go to-
Ludwig. I fucked the beans.
Right. Yeah, and you guys can't.
Fuck all the people.
No, for sure. And
I
you
fuck them like crazy.
and you guys can too. If you go to hellofresh.com/yard22, you can do what he did to
22 free meals plus free shipping.
You can
It's
come
like
with
a
beans if
sloshing.
you want it. It's up to you. You can pick whatever.
You
meal.
would think that it was something else.
We know you're still
I
here.
don't wanna think about it.
We know you're still here.
I would think it was
Hey.
something else, but it's me.
HelloFresh
Fucking
is
the
America's
beans.
#1
And
meal
it's
kit.
so wet.
The yard,
The beans are
22.
so wet when
Use
you
it.
fuck
Aiden,
them
come back.
like crazy.
Come back, Aiden.
That's my job.
While you were also doing Master Baker, I flew to Tampa,
What?
Florida.
Yeah, no one knew this.
Wait,
that he
what
just went
the
to Tampa
fuck?
for a day.
You went to Florida?
Did
Yeah, I
you go
went
to,
to
you know,
Tampa.
I had to do it to him street?
He
No,
went
I
to see
did
where
not.
COVID was born.
No.
There's still a square there.
I went to Tampa to visit Moist Critical Charlie,
To do what?
to join Moist as a co-founder.
Oh, we're talking about
We
this?
can
Bro,
talk
I'm
about
actually
We're
it.
allowed to talk
surprised.
about this shit?
They know about this already. That's why they're being fake surprised.
We did talk about it at dinner. Here's I know,
And this is where and you did your part.
you did great.
son.
Hey, everyone
You
thinks you did great.
Okay.
You
Okay.
did great.
Good job.
All right.
Now,
Thanks, guys.
Good job.
now
The king
let,
thinks
us
you did well.
let's let the creative people get in on this.
Okay.
The floor.
So when we were talking at dinner, we were talking a little bit, and Mike, cherished genius of the company.
Okay, 1 second, right before you hit this.
I feel like you're being an asshole
The
right now.
context of me joining is I'm joining as a co-founder who gets divisions of Moist, which I can name whatever I want. Maybe it's co-branded, maybe it's not.
But if the name
but
is
we'll-
good enough, maybe it's the whole organization.
Yeah, the whole thing. Like
All
we
of
can.
it.
I would never
All
be
of
able to
it.
replace all of Moist eSports.
But what
I
if the
could-
name is good enough
The
so
name
that
is
it's the
good
whole
enough.
Maybe I could
thing?
convince Charlie if it's good enough.
I
What's
think-
the name?
I think
Sometimes
we
when
could.
something is
This could-
ours, we take it back.
We
Yeah.
take it back because
So,
it's ours, and we
it's
take
not
back
taking
what's
it back
ours.
if he made it,
We
right?
give it to Charlie and then we take
Ooh,
it
take it
back.
back.
because it was
Yeah.
ours.
Because it was
Because
always
ours.
ours.
Okay.
To begin with.
What's the fucking name, buddy?
So Mike conceived this while sitting at a seafood restaurant.
Called Scott's.
It's called Scott's Seafood.
Unnecessary info.
A white boy makes a steak.
It's like a math word
Say
problem.
that much.
Cut all this out.
It'd be a hell of a fucking steak.
And so within the name of the division, and essentially probably the rest of Moist Esports,
Yeah, probably all of it.
Goats Esports.
Why is that, Slime? Why Goats Esports? Oh, because greatest of all time. That makes
That's
sense.
right. Yeah.
That makes sense.
We call Mango the GOAT all the time. We talk about who's the GOAT
Yeah.
of Valorant,
So
of
it's implied
Counter-Strike.
it's like a goats only esports organization.
Yeah.
Goats Esports.
Why wouldn't you have the goats in
It's
your
like, like Jake and Amir did a Shark Tank pitch. It's fucking insufferable.
So Goats Esports, and it has a ring to it,
Right.
and it
Yeah.
also
Yeah, the ring is goatsy. The ring is that it says it's goatsy.
and the
and it's like,
logo. We didn't talk about the logo. Can be some sort of circular pattern.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even realize
really?
that.
Would
That's,
it not
that's
be a
funny.
goat?
It is funny, right?
I didn't
Why
realize.
would the
I'm
logo,
just thinking about it right
why
now.
would the logo not be a fucking goat?
Because maybe it's a circle of
Yeah,
goats.
a circle.
Maybe it's a goat
Maybe-
holding something open, and the goat is looking at the side like Porky Pig.
With its hooves. With its hooves.
It's Superman.
With his hooves.
It's Superman doing the S thing, but it's his butthole.
And it's what? Its hooves opening him up?
Yeah.
Because the hooves can kind of like pull it like that. You
And
know?
and to the people listening to the audiobook, if you've never looked up Goatsy, just you don't have to if you don't
You
want
don't
to.
have
look
to
it
if
up.
you don't want to, but if you do,
And
you'll
my,
get
and to
it.
my mom listening, don't.
Yeah, Nick's mom
Look
don't.
it up. No, don't be scared. Look it up. Nick doesn't want you to see the truth.
So yeah, something similar, and that's what we're going for.
No, we're not going for anything.
We're going for it.
You're not a part of this
King,
venture.
what say you?
The king likes goats. Esports.
The king likes Goats Esports.
Yes.
He doesn't run this
Yes.
realm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
He fucking
is he
did.
not the king?
He
Do
won
I
the
not
video
get to
game
crease?
tournament.
It's a different realm.
He won the video game tournament. Are we
Won
not
the
signing
video game
video
tournament.
gamers?
He's the most decorated esports player tied to Moist Esports.
He's not tied to Moist Esports.
How?
He is.
How is he not?
I am now.
Because he bought
as
half
the
the
king.
company.
I bought in
The king took his wealth and
Why
hoarded
did
his
your
mo-
voice change now?
the balloons.
his gold.
The balloons.
He's got gold and he bought you out, Ludwig. He bought everything.
His pockets are light
He owns 51%.
So he's broke now.
because he spent it all on you.
I have no money.
So he's
as the king.
over leveraged on Moist.
It's not over leveraged
Yeah.
if it's
Sounds
gold.
like he's
all,
over-leveraged.
like all the other esports
Yeah.
owners. That's
So,
fine.
that's
That's
really
how it
weird.
works.
Yeah.
That's
It's
how it works.
normal standard procedure.
And,
I feel like you
and
should
we're
know
gonna
where-
lay a bunch of people off.
Yeah.
This is a really bad starting strategy. I don't.
The king likes it.
Wow.
The king wishes to lay people off.
Yeah.
And rehire them.
Tell you what, We'll put out a poll. We'll let the people decide.
No, we're not gonna let the
We'll
people
let
decide.
the
people?
the king likes the
Isn't
people
it
deciding.
good?
Here's what I'm thinking.
You don't believe in democracy,
Hold up.
Ludwig?
I feel like it's fucked up.
Moguls.
Ugh.
With like-
And they're
It's
all
like a-
signed to moguls.
It has like a capitalist slant that I think would not go well
Maybe
in
we
the
can have like a
FGC.
Google
We
Drive
were talking
folder
about
and
maybe
call
the
it that.
only form of governance that's more hated than capitalism, which is like feudal systems.
The feudalists, people were happier then.
No,
They weren't.
What's not having babies?
They
gotta
were.
do
We
with
also
this?
called ourselves like peasants.
we love building the fences.
Okay.
I remember saying earlier on this podcast, I love fence day.
I think
Fence
I would
day's
have
good.
been.
You
I
said
would
the
have
opposite
been
of
more
fence day.
fulfilled if I was a serf.
You would have been more fulfilled if you were a serf.
More
So
fulfilled.
goats esports.
Okay.
We have to, Ludwig. We have to do this.
You should just make like a
Enter the
Twitter
Goat
account.
Esports contest. Submit a logo. We'll see if it.
Oh please, yes.
Yeah, that's our contest this week. Is make a logo for Goats Esports.
Here's what we can do. We can take the yard money and we can sign some fucker and we can make a yard esports
fucking
company.
fucker.
I don't give a shit.
Any of
who.
these fuckers
Sign
ever
anything.
wave shine across
Yeah.
Final
Any of
Destination
these dumb
and fucking
fuckers.
I
have
want
a big old
God.
fucking cum
One of
shot?
those fucking 22-year-old fuckers who moves all quick and shit and
You know what we
uses
should
that
do?
box thing. Sign him.
Yeah, we should sign Aiden. And,
Woo!
and then we can yell behind him at
Sign him,
tournaments.
sign him.
Yeah,
Goats
and then
Esports.
he really has some pressure.
And
Yeah.
he can have a jacket that has a fucking asshole on it. I love it. I love it.
Why do you want to put us in the Thanksgiving kids table yet again, you cocksucker?
I don't think I need to answer this.
I think Charlie would love this idea.
Ask Charlie. I
Why
feel
do
like
you-
Charlie's got a fucking
And
sense of
he's-
humor.
He's scared to ask Charlie because he
I'm not
knows he'll
scared.
say
I'll
yes.
ask him right now. I'll
He
ask
knows
him right
he'll
now.
say yes.
twist my nipples.
Can you pull up? Can you pull up?
I love that idea, Ludwig.
Can you pull up Charlie's stream?
This is
You're
good.
gonna ask him in chat?
Yeah.
No, we need to pitch it, you asshole.
Yeah. We need a boardroom.
You can't really buddy up until the time of.
Don't interrupt his gaming time.
Okay.
Charlie loves gaming. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Hey, Ludwig.
Does he?
Hey, Ludwig.
Good to see you. Goat
Let me think of a good way to do that.
That's a cool name, actually.
So that did not come to the mic, but Charlie just said that's a cool name, actually.
We'll clip that and we'll put that in. He likes it. Ludwig, he says it's a cool name, actually.
Goats Esports.
Thank you, Mike, for your fucking genius.
Dude, and then Flies in 19 tagged me and
We
said you
should
fell off after you
sign-
switched to YouTube.
we should
like,
sign-
Fuck me, dude. What a fucking day this is.
Is this the worst part of your day?
The worst fucking part of my day. I had a great day before I
best
went.
part of my
We'll
day.
sign a melee player and we'll sign a youth soccer team.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, relax, father.
Because it's goats.
What are you trying to do to the kids?
We only read. We only read.
We
The
only
soccer
read, we
team-
play fucking
The soccer team
soccer.
only reads. Why?
To learn
Why
about
don't they
soccer.
play? Why don't they play it?
Do I?
Do I?
Let's do that.
fucking hot.
Fucking out to play soccer.
Why don't the kids play soccer,
Let my kid kick
father?
a fucking ball. Fucking.
Okay. Well, I
right.
will take your input and consider it greatly. And
And Charlie's too. Charlie, who
Charlie's
actually
input.
owns the entire company.
Yeah.
well,
owns
no,
all
he
of it.
doesn't.
Owns all
He
of it.
doesn't own all.
Owns
of it.
most
Guys,
of it.
so
majority
we
share.
only have to
No, he
convince
does own
Charlie.
majority.
Huh?
We only have to convince Charlie.
And we're already there. Because
We're not
Ludwig
there.
suggested
We're
it.
most of the way there.
No, he's just a positive guy.
I don't think that's true.
If I had suggested, what about Tom Brady kisses his kids on the nape of his neck and it's not weird esports, he probably would have been like, love it. Sounds great.
Yeah, but that'd be kind of funny.
That's the easiest impression ever.
It is pretty.
It's so easy.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Okay, I got it. Tom Brady, boy lover esports.
That doesn't. I feel like the Tom Brady
Hashtag boy love.
Nambla esports.
Hashtag boy love. Hashtag boy win.
Yeah, boy, win.
Championship only. Champions only.
And the fans can just be the boys.
Yes, our
Oh,
boys.
yeah. We're the boys.
The boys back
I'm
home.
a boy. I'm a boy. I'm full of love.
I would heard a catchphrase I had pretty badly.
Go for the nape.
Oh.
Go for the nape, boys.
Almost fell over in my chair. Go for the I'm imagining V Money yelling that.
Get the nape.
Get the nape.
That's a big nape.
That's a long nape.
That's a long nape.
Yeah,
Oh.
Nate, if you want us consulted this year, you feel free to DM.
All right.
We can help.
Yeah.
We can help Nabe. We can help Nate dig himself out of that hole he's in.
Yeah, he's in a hole.
Yeah, we'll
100
figure it out.
days. He's in a hole.
Why are you saying it like that?
He's in a fucking hole.
He's not in a
It's
hole.
not looking good.
He's got to dig.
Juvie's doing great.
You got to get himself
Juvie's-
fuck out of that hole.
Juvie's doing great.
No, we'll see.
I love using my high ground keyboard and drinking Juvie.
I met the juvie guy at Genesis.
the bald guy.
Yeah.
He's bald.
No,
no.
different guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
thank you.
The bald juvie. Don't say thank God. He's
I was
handsome.
gonna say, don't spoil it
Adrian.
for me. I thought we made a
Adrian,
friend.
right?
Huh?
Adrian, I
Yeah.
think.
Imagine the bald juvie guy goes to other events wearing a wig because he realized that he needs to appeal to Zoomers, and this is
Do
not.
you guys want my drink? I have drink for you.
like that
16-year-old Steve
fellow
player
kid.
won't trust me.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that bald guy keeps trying to give me energy drinks.
I
Fucking weird.
just want to get you addicted to caffeine at an early age.
We're never getting a juvie sponsor.
No, he told us.
I love
I think
Juvie.
you
I'm
gotta get us
chill
hooked up.
for that shit.
we should get you two to be like the Juvie version of Red Bull girls, and it's just you two.
Yeah.
Ooh.
At an
But it's
event,
just me
handing
and
it
you.
out.
And I'm really nice to everyone.
And Aiden's weirdly sexual.
me and
You're
you.
both weirdly sexual, I guess.
you.
Yeah,
Use this to cool down your nape.
Get this.
your body is so fucking clean.
Are you feeling hot?
I need you.
Are we at time zipper? Where are we at?
God damn.
Cool down with
R2D
cool
is at
down
our
with the
house right now.
juvie.
Have you met?
Oh
have
really?
You met him?
No.
I consider him my friend too because we talked a lot today. But also we played Valorant together before. But he's more Aiden's friend, and he rock climbs. But I knew he was good at rock climbing. But I didn't realize how good at rock climbing he is.
He's one of those good at things guys.
Bro, he climbs V10, which is insane.
That's high.
That is fucking high.
It's like the most a gym will have usually, unless they start doing like challenge climbs.
The one that we climbed with Magnus after the YouTube video, it didn't go that high.
Oh.
The whole gym
You
didn't
took
have
Magnus
that
to
rating.
fucking baby's play school house?
They had V9, it's the highest they had. But he also can do pull-ups while strapped to 140 pounds.
Oh, okay, so yeah. Stud
That's a
Muffin used to
lot.
do
Is
those.
he
Yeah.
light?
He's like 135 pounds.
Wow, that's
Okay.
crazy.
He is ripped. I picked him up because he landed before I did, so he just went to a climbing gym. And apparently when he goes normally, he climbs for 6 hours at a time.
That's gross.
He goes from like 5 p.m. to 11
Dude, he does
p.m. after work.
climb Monday, gym Tuesday, climb Wednesday, gym Thursday, climb Friday.
Yeah.
He also beat Axe at Big House 6.
Big House 6.
Dude, he
it was
made
an
top
insane-
64 at
it
this
was-
tournament.
No, but it was a crazy. It was before like people were allowed to beat Axe.
Oh yeah, that's
You know what
good.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
he's a
really
gamer.
impressive.
He's a gamer.
But he's just, I showed up, I
Now it's an
walked in the
open door.
gym. He's at the back, like just sitting to
Get
his
himself out. Yeah, he lets anybody come in.
Axe did not turn himself
Axe's
out.
tweet was so funny today. He's like, guys, I'm getting rid of the Goom Wave because of all the cheater controller allegations. So
Yeah.
I'm switching to Fob. But he's not saying that ironically. He thinks it's less of a cheater controller.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
He's kind of smoking.
I
actually
think
don't
they're-
know.
I
I
think
actually
they're
don't know. I
all
can't get
cheater
into this.
controllers.
Yeah.
I think notches are cheating. And I have them.
And that was our 30-second Charlie Day appearance we paid for. What were you saying, Aiden?
He was just.
I love the rats. I gotta clean the rats, man.
David's looking up at the V10 he's been working on, and it is just the most fucked up climb I've ever seen. And he's just on a pump, and he's just so shredded, like he should be in a fucking magazine. Like he has just this the perfectly sculpted body, and I'm like walking in hungover, like my eye bags like fucking swollen. I'm like, yeah, can we go home? Can we go home,
Dude, he can
David?
hang off of 20-millimeter ledges with one hand and weight on him.
That's really crazy. I didn't know he was like
me
that.
and Ludwig spent like 4 months trying to hang from a door frame with 2 hands and
Fucking
no weight.
programmers, bro. I'm tired of this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Too much time.
They're disgusting.
6 hours at the gym.
Real
got
fucking
fucking
job you
nothing
guys
going
got.
on, bro.
Real fucking job.
What did you
It sounds
code
like
today?
Yeah.
Right?
What did you
Nothing.
do?
Nothing.
Would you update Windows? I can do that shit too.
How do you engineer some bitches into your life? You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Saying that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Okay, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Did you guys know you can go to Cambodia and shoot an RPG at a cow?
Yeah. We talked about this on the pod.
No.
I don't remember talking about this. It's legal?
I think I remember talking about
I
this.
We
feel-
did.
I feel bad.
Wasn't it the New Hampshire episode?
No.
I would feel
No, because I
terrible.
learned about this
I
from
feel
Kaylin.
like I wouldn't do that.
How much is
So
it? How
you're
much is
out.
it?
That's $500. It doesn't matter.
That's great.
Yeah.
You're
You're out.
I wouldn't do that.
You're an asshole.
I wouldn't
I
do
think
it.
it's
You're out.
I think it's fucked up, but I just imagined if you dropped 100 out of a plane like Fortnite onto like a random city. and the cows were just flying everywhere and raining.
No,
down from
there's
the sky.
one cow, 100 people with one rocket. Only
What?
each.
And it's like
And you
and
all
you have to
shoot
find-
at the same
Well, you have to
cow?
find the cow.
The Nuka Cow
You have to
sweepstakes.
and then you shoot an RPG like at your feet, like you're
You
running
rocket
around with
No,
an
you don't
RPG.
rocket jump. You only have one rocket.
For the first Goats Esports giveaway, we'll be sending you to Cambodia with Dylan Sprouse.
And this is why I'm
You're
out.
gonna get your own RPG. Use it wisely.
No, yeah. So apparently, I've read about. Well, Kalen told me about it when he was visiting, and he said it in the exact same sentence. He's like, you know, you can go to Cambodia and shoot an RPG at a cow. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then so I looked it up, and apparently it's like tourism from just having a lot of weapons, and you can shoot it at nothing, you can shoot it at a chicken, or you can shoot at a cow, which is yes, not chill, but.
It's not.
What's the butt?
I was just thinking about it.
Don't do that.
It's a gimmick. Most of the people don't realize the amount of kickback from a rocket launcher and so completely miss the cow. My friend tried 3 times and he didn't get it, so in the end he demanded an AK. He figured by that point he'd already paid for the
Whoa.
cow. That's fucked up.
I'll kill a cow no matter what.
I love the bottom of that
fucked up.
article.
I like
P.S. There's a lot more to Cambodia than shooting cows.
Obviously, yes. I think Cambodia is
It
very
is
cool.
kind of funny that
It's in their big two though.
I guess there's not like that much of a difference between eating a hamburger and shooting an RPG at a cow.
right? You're still
No,
contributing
there
to an
is.
They're
economic.
kind of the same thing.
One uses the meat of the cow and
Okay,
makes,
I'm using the meat
You know
for
what?
a Mythbusters
I'm switching
experiment.
sides. Aren't corn subsidies the RPG of the West?
Yo,
Wait,
that's
what,
based
what
actually.
do you fucking mean?
No, he makes sense.
Monsanto's been putting RPGs in your wheat for
In your
years.
in your stomach.
What is this argument?
The argument is that everything contributes to the evil gnashing bone machine that is global commerce.
Isn't it equally cruel to fill the cows with shitty corn on a shitty
Yeah, okay,
farm?
but are we allowed to do anything equally cruel that's being done?
Yes.
So if
and
you
that's
find a
how I
bunch
live,
of if
that's how I live my
a
life.
family of Uyghurs come to your home, what are you gonna do then?
what?
What are you gonna
People-
do to the Uyghurs?
Well, you can't.
The band with the 4 guys?
Dude, you've been an idea killer the whole episode.
Yeah, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
fuck
your
your
deal?
problem,
Are,
bro.
are you the content guy?
The big two are Goats Esports and then shooting a cow with an RPG.
Both fire.
Also, you said, oh, we need to do something equally, whatever, to equal it out. The cow can shoot at me also, and it's a duel.
We attach like a neurotransmitter to a cow and we let it choose a rocket direction through like whatever it's thinking about.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's fair.
Like one of those dogs that like taps the buttons to say things. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Or what
it's
if
like
it's
food,
okay?
Food.
It's an RPG moving on a swivel, and it's like, and
Yeah.
the cow just has to step on a button
This is
where
a-
there's meat.
This
or
is a
whatever
great.
cows
This is a
eat.
great Mario Party minigame. We run back Mario Party in real life with Poikro, but we did. This is
one of the mini
the
games.
It's
mini
just
games.
one mini
and we
game.
do it in Cambodia instead
And
of
Abby
Philadelphia.
Bagel,
It's
Abby
Bowser-
Bagel is loading RPG rockets for all of the
It's
contestants.
Bowser's Bigger Blast, but one of you blows a fucking cow up and no one wants to do it.
Everyone's real freaked out.
Everyone's like,
No
oh,
one-
green is mean. Don't do green.
They're looking in the face. It feels like shit. This is how vegans are born. I hope we convert one person to be vegan after this conversation.
Don't pretend you're a hero from this combo.
This is how Australians.
Don't find positivity
Think
from
of
your
all the
conversation.
good that comes from this.
Don't find positivity.
From this, yeah, don't.
Hey, you heard it here first. Negative Nancy over here.
Okay.
You're a fucking asshole today.
But he is
I'm
wearing,
not doing Goats Esports.
He is
You're not gonna goad me into it. You're gonna shame me into
I'll
it.
talk to Charlie.
You're not talking to Charlie.
I'll go to Tampa.
You're not going to
We'll
Tampa.
visit the
We'll
You Know How
fight
to
it.
Do It Tombs Street.
Do you imagine a
We'll
crowd
take
full?
him out.
Do you think
imagine
he's
a
there?
crowd full of people spreading them for Goats Esports.
Yeah.
Go to Sports hashtag spread.
Show the Gabe.
Yeah, I'm
Hashtag show the game.
imagining. And I'd like to deeply apologize for the fans of Goats Esports. We didn't realize there were children at the event at the time. And
Dude.
so when 30 of the fans spread their assholes at the Rocket League event, which
Oh
was
my god, the guy at Genesis on the player cam. Oh, my
did
god.
you guys see the Yard fan?
Oh,
No.
dude. I don't want to necessarily condone this behavior, but it really did
Dude.
make me and Nick laugh really hard.
I wonder if Zipper could find it. Was it push to stream?
I don't know. Basically, the crowd cam was flying through at Genesis during the middle of top 8.
They were just showing people in the crowd. Everyone's doing like the whole like,
Yeah.
And
yeah,
like,
and
like
this,
pop
and they're,
off and like, oh my
cheering.
god, like like me and you, the little funny face. And someone who was wearing a yard hat.
Oh.
It's a camera, and there's all these people, and there's one person in a yard hat. He notices the camera, gets really happy for a second, and then he just starts double fist gawking like a mamba sized penis, just like going
Like a didgeridoo.
and he's going so hard, and he's switching directions, and the camera goes whoa, and like swings off of him, and Slime
Oh my
loses his
God.
mind.
It was so fucking funny.
So he's like Taiwan kid, but not for social justice.
Yeah, and I was like, is that who we
Yeah, we had to
create?
talk after. Like, I pointed, I laughed. Nick starts laughing too. He's like, "No, he's a Yard fan." And we're like, "Oh fuck."
It was funny. Like everyone's like the logo was bright. It was just white. It was the only white thing in frame.
I want you to know this is condoning.
And then and everyone who was sitting immediately around us just kind of turns and looks at us. Like we're
Yeah.
responsible for the kid, and we're laughing like we agree it's funny.
It was really funny.
It was if he was just like this, like Chuck, it would be like, eh.
how
But he was
committed he
into
was.
it.
It was
How committed-
the unbridled
You
enthusiasm.
were proud of how committed he was to the penis
I
sucking.
wasn't proud of anything, Ludwig. Here at Goats Esports, we do not condone what
not
we
a
would
thing.
never.
At Goats Esports.
Really? You wouldn't condone dick sucking?
The way you said it, you put another E in there.
Goat C Sports, not Goat C Esports.
No, it's Goats Esports.
No, you're saying it wrong. You know you're saying it wrong. You're using like a
No,
weird-
it's just like Aiden has like still has his Canadian accent left over.
pronunciation
Like, yeah,
makes
he,
it
says,
worse.
he says Boro and he says Goats Esports.
I love Goatsy Sports.
You know who says Boro
Say
or Oro
Mazda.
is the same Sunsei? I caught him.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Yeah,
he's
but
from Canada.
Any
but he has a
Canadian will
way
do
more.
like that.
He has a way more clean accent, but that one slipped through, and it was like I was like a sleeper cell. Like,
Yeah, Sunsei's Canadian accent is super light, but he's got a few. He's got a few words.
You say I think it's unique to like Sunsei and Aiden though.
well, I'm just saying he.
You know who also says it actually is Moki.
no, he doesn't.
Moki
Northern
is
Lion.
heavy. Moki is a heavy Canadian. accent.
Really?
Yeah.
He's Canadian, bro. He's cat.
Moki's not heavy, Aiden.
He's
Moki's
heavy
huge.
set.
Moki's doing
He's
the
a
best he
heavy set
can with
boy.
his weight. Okay, fucking asshole.
Uh,
Mango was mad at me
why?
because I said his tweet was cringe.
Wow, to him?
He came up. Well, I said it on Twitter because I was talking about like how he went doc and he made a tweet saying he felt underappreciated and stuff. And I tweeted, I was like, yeah, the Goats tweet's cringe, but like I see where he's coming from and I wish he was able to articulate it well. And I just like wrote my thoughts down. I thought it was pretty reasonable. Comes up to me at the after party. He's like, fucking mad at you, Slime. I'm like, what? Why? He's like, call me cringe. And I'm like, I thought that it was a cringe tweet, but we're all cringe sometimes. You get to be cringe. We talked it out. And then we hugged it out. It was great. We're fine now. But he did say, he was like, I was going to change Mango fan.
Yeah. He said to me, he's like, I'm making Mega Fan Ludwig.
Yeah, he was going to make it you.
I hope he still does it.
And I was like, you would never do that. And he's like,
Yeah.
swear to God, I was
Separate
going
from
to do
this,
it.
Mango came up to me and he's like, you see Slime call me cringe? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that hurt.
It did.
Oh,
But we talked about it. It was just us expressing our honest
You
feelings.
don't have to blast him on
came
Twitter.
up- dude, he came up to me. He was so sad at the party. He was like, everybody's mad at me.
Yeah.
And we just hugged. And I was like, it's okay, man.
It's okay, man.
Tough day to be the GOAT. Well, he
It's
got
tough.
the Eagles.
He did get the Eagles.
Aiden is currently number 1 on Mango's list, by the way. He told me that.
That's fair.
Aiden got promoted to number 1.
I'm not allowed to be number one.
I got
know that.
the-
No, you're 4.
I got the follow.
That's fine.
You got to follow.
Yeah.
You
and,
follow
and,
him.
and the circle of life is
Yeah.
complete.
That is the circle life. Holy shit. Yeah. But you know, we go again.
Well, we'll
Us-
see if
us
he's down for
competitors.
Goats Esports.
So last year,
Depending how
or
the
last
contract goes.
episode, when they told us to talk about Melee less, we heard you.
Wait, when did that happen?
There's
Oh,
just
did they
comments
say
about
that?
it. There's just comments about it.
Yeah,
And
sorry.
you know
this
what?
is-
It's go fuck yourself season.
It's go fuck you. This is the one where it got extremely real, and we talked about Melee for 45 minutes straight. So
Yeah.
Eat
It won't be
our
like this again. It's
balls.
post-Genesis. It's post-Genesis. So we'll be back to normal programming.
Yeah.
In the premium.
whoa,
The one you pay for with your money.
Yeah. So if you want a normal yard episode, you could get the subscription.
And we don't talk about Melee on there. We never have.
we
never
have never
have
talked about
ever.
Melee.
Never
ever.
have.
Melee free.
You know what else? By the way, I want to throw this in. We got to 300K subs on YouTube, which is pretty cool. If we get to 400K, we'll never talk about Melee ever again. and that's a
bad
problem.
thing to say.
We're gonna hit 400K for
Yeah,
sure.
because it's gonna
We'll
happen.
never talk about it, but then we could
Okay.
just
And I'll do and
Well,
I'll
no,
and
don't
I'll
lie.
do
You
a
gotta follow
drug
up. You
again.
gotta
A
promise.
drug of
You
your
gotta
guys'
No,
vote.
we
you
get to
guys can
400
vote on
guys
the
back.
drug.
We'll just
do
watch
mushroom.
it.
I'll do anything.
Do mushroom. No, we did.
I'll do
Well,
anything.
Why are we
Whatever
doing
you
so
think
much-
we'll do,
Why are we doing so
we'll
much for
do.
this?
Hey guys, see you in the
number
premium
doesn't
episode,
matter.
and I hope to see you there, and I hope you're there
I'll get
Okay,
fucking
bye.
we'll
as
get
the
there.
king, and I will still be the king in that episode.
Unfortunate.
Cringe. No, you have to send out one of those tweets that's like, Faker was a part of our org for 10 years. He was a true asset to the team.
He was a true
passed away in his
asset to the
dreams.
team.
And then it's
Asked
like,
is
he
underlined.
was a valued member of GOAT eSports.
Hashtag rectum. Hashtag.
Hashtag-
Hashtag.